Welcome back to the show.
Hi!
You look fantastic.
Oh, thank you, love. So do
Before
you.
we talk about Schmigadoon,
Schmigadoon!
congratulations on the Tony nominations here. I gotta say, last time I saw you was at the SNL 50th Homecoming concert at Radio City. Watch it on Peacock if you haven't seen it. You stole the show
I was...
with Marty and Bobby Mohan. It was Anna Gasteyer, when I tell you, it was unbelievable, and you didn't miss a beat, and you crushed it and kept crushing.
You know what was so fun? So, first of all, it was so great because you were there, and
Yeah.
remember, it was chaos. SNL's always chaos.
But this
was like the Friday night, like, kind of pregame. Like, so
But it almost felt like the 40th anniversary in a weird way. Remember the after party?
Oh my God, that's exactly what it felt like. And it was all these cool musicians because it was the music night. So it was like, it was literally the coolest people in American culture for 50 years. And then
Nirvana reunited.
Nirvana reunited.
The Roots played.
The Roots played everything, right.
Yeah.
We're backstage kind of panicking, you know, because
dressed as
these jokers.
Yeah.
And we're like, and everyone was kind of blowing us off a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I think they were like, who are these nerds? You know?
But that's
and
perfect.
Like, I'm like trying to make, chit chat with Chris Martin. And it's just like, whatever, lady.
Yes.
Like, nice striped dress.
No, yeah. But that's perfect to stay in character.
Yeah, I just don't think they knew who we were, which was great. Like, I love the idea that Bobby and Marty themselves just kind of wandered in to do a gig at Radio City.
Yeah, of course.
And Will and I were so happy because they would have been so excited to be there.
Bobby and Marty.
With all the musical artisans.
Of course they would, with all the musical artists.
And my dressing room was between Jack White and Cher's. Dressed like this jackass, you know? I touched Cher's wig.
Oh, for good luck?
Yeah, for good luck. You gotta do that. You gotta
You're
touch.
a pro.
It's like touching, I don't know, like
Cher's wig.
It's an amulet.
Yes, it is an amulet. You never broke when we were on Saturday Night Live together. You were very professional.
It wasn't my jam.
No.
Because I would dig in deeper. I don't know, it's like the Will Ferrell school or something, but I would just try to go deeper sometimes. One time I broke. I don't know if you were there. I think you were. You came my second season? Third season. Harper Steele wrote this insane sketch called Riding My Donkey.
Oh my God.
It was a political talk show.
Riding My Donkey. Did that air?
It was during the Clinton impeachment scandal. And it didn't air.
It did not air, but I know exactly the sketch.
No, it did air, but not, I didn't break on air. But what happened was, it was a bunch of CNN talking heads, a political talk. It was called
Riding My
Donkey, talking about what's in the news. I'm riding my donkey. I don't remember the second for people who want to know. I'm riding my donkey. Yeah, I'm riding and talking and riding and talking. Riding my donkey, political talk show. So we were on. Whatever.
I totally remember this.
Thank you.
Riding my donkey.
Riding my donkey. So I was playing some CNN talking head political lady. And by the way, my whole impression was my face going like this.
Yeah.
That was the impression. So I didn't have, the reason I say that is because it was bad to break in. Because I kept going,
Yeah.
Right? And the donkeys.
Well, we'll tell everyone that you were on actual
we were
donkeys.
sitting atop actual asses. That was the idea, right? And we were talking about the politics. It was insane.
So it was the talk show where all CNN people were on real life donkeys.
Real donkeys, and everybody
there was
doing,
probably 8 donkeys on the set?
There were a lot of donkeys. And they had not been trained or drugged in any way. And they were not obviously comfortable with live television. It wasn't a great setting for them.
Was one of them biting Daryl Hammond?
One bit Daryl in the I think. And I mean, it was a pretty active, like, ow! Like in the middle of the talk.
Yeah, you almost fell off the donkey.
Yeah. And were you in it?
No, I remember seeing it.
But we kept like lunging.
Beth McCarthy Miller would play it to the crew just to make us happy.
It was
and she, like while we were rehearsing like a late night on a Friday night.
And because you're like playing to specific cameras on SNL, so each camera for your character is like but they kept zooming past one another's shots. You know, it was fantastic.
Political talk.
Anyway,
and then look at you getting nominated for a Tony Award. No big deal. Anna Gasteyer.
So excited! Are you kidding?
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
You love Broadway.
I love Broadway.
You always have.
This is my 6th Broadway show. I am so excited to be nominated. Because, my first Broadway, you came to my Broadway debut to Rocky Horror Show in 2001.
I remember you were in Rocky Horror.
Crazy. And, I played Elphaba.
And then I was there. I saw you as Elphaba, too, because you were defying gravity.
I defied gravity.
In Wicked.
In Wicked. But
you love it.
I love it. And I have to say, like, a lot of this was pre-social media. So you know, when people know you from SNL, the power of television, there's still people to this day are very confused by the fact that I do theater or sing. And Schmigadoon is so fun because it kind of smushes it all together. You know, it's Lawrence producing it, which is incredible.
I know, I love it.
And it's a parody of the Golden Age musicals. It's about a modern couple that gets trapped in a Golden Age musical, and they can't get, one really hates musicals and one loves them, but, so it's just this great love letter to the American musical theater tradition, and it's super analog. The sets are hand-painted. We have 14 pieces in the orchestra. The music is glorious. I have obviously played the villain, duh. I play the.
You play the villain?
I play the uptight white lady. What else is new?
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you going through your villain era
I'm
right
in
now?
my villain era, and
Yeah.
I get a little redemptive arc, but I get to
that's
yell
nice.
at everybody, which is fun.
You have a showstopper song.
I do it. My song is based on Trouble in River City from Music Man.
Yeah, of course.
And it's a patter song, which I thought would be easier, but it's actually as hard as Elphaba, which kind of sucks. Because it's hard, because you gotta talk fast, you gotta breathe fast, and then I belt and sing at the end of it because it has sort of a tent revival characteristic, but have to, run it all the time.
Yeah.
Loudmouth trash with your tommy rotten flap, doodle clap trap, fiddle faddle, jiggery, pokery, Stern
Come on,
dream.
come
You're
on.
always like, yeah.
Come on, bud.
It's fun.
Anna, you're crushing it.
It's fun. It's
Congratulations.
really, really, really fun. And our ensemble, please, if you like watching people sing and dance on Broadway, come see Schmigadoon, because our ensemble just won the Cheetah Rivera Award last night.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
They're amazing.
I believe you're performing on our show in a few
Yeah, we
weeks.
are. We're gonna come do Tribulation.
Yes,
Yeah,
which will be fantastic.
Which is my number.
I was going to ask you
Yes.
if you could show me maybe a warm-up of something to do.
Oh yeah, because you like the vocal arts.
I do love the vocal arts.
And you take your craft seriously.
Thank you
That's
very
one
much.
thing I know about
That's
you.
the
Do all
one
your
thing-
stretches to Alexander technique and stuff before you come
Oh,
out here,
you
right?
kidding me?
Roll around on some balls
Yes.
and stuff, and yeah.
Yes, I
do
do.
a lot of things. I have a lot of weird like tinctures and stuff. Like all singers, I'm overly
Oils
a
and...
lot of oils and tinctures. It's not good for marriage, but I like it. And then I do tongue stretching, and I do a lot of nebulizers and steam and stuff.
Yep.
And then this probably does nothing. I brought it for you. I throw on a little bit of red light mask because
Doesn't do anything?
well, supposedly it grows plants in space. Red lights.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, you guys know that.
Sure, of course. So
if
why
it's-
not put it on
why
your
not put it
face?
on your face? Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's
smart.
going to take down inflammation. So you want to take down inflammation, right? So you do that.
do.
Well, we could try it together if you like.
Let's
and
do it. Can we...
it's good for just keeping people out of your dressing room too. And then you can do a couple. Turn it on and. Is it on? Yeah. If you do that, and then you can do some soft vowel exercises I get with my teacher. And here's a good little phrase.
Wait, but I want to bake my face... wow!
There you go.
Hey!
Looking good. Okay, ready?
You're wondering who I am.
There you go. Perfect. And now we can just do some basic little seconds.
Okay.
This sucks.
This sucks. This is...
This sucks.
This sucks.
This sucks.
This sucks. Look at how frightening. This is scary.
Sucks. See, and I do some tongue trills. This will really keep everyone out of your dressing room.
Yes. Yes, I feel like a Broadway star on a guest hour. Can you even see this?
I just
Schmigadoon is now playing on Broadway at the Nederlander Theater. More Tonight Show after the break. Stick around, everybody. Come on back.